Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a list of powerful, confidence-boosting perfumes fit for a queen. This is the follow-up video to the list of princess perfumes I shared a couple weeks ago. And just to give a bit of context here, when I think about the perfect princess perfume, I think very soft, dainty, very delicate, carefree, and whimsical. But this is a list of those head turners, statement makers. Think CEO making power moves, or a very special date night when you want to draw in everybody's attention in the best way possible. They are a bit moodier, but they're not in your face, they're not obnoxious. They simply exude confidence and charisma. And what better place to begin than with Florist London Platinum 22, which was created to celebrate the Queen of England's Platinum Jubilee, which has never happened before, 70 years on the throne. For such an epic occasion, they had to create a special fragrance to match, and they absolutely did. Platinum 22 is a fragrance that makes you say, wow, the first time you smell it. It opens with top notes of cool orris, oats, blackcurrant, and lime, and then you get the rich rose, violet leaves, clary sage, black tea, and a touch of black pepper to add a hint of spice. And then in the dry down, you get this warm woody base with cedar wood, smooth amber, musk, and tonka bean. Inside the box, you also receive a little pamphlet with more information. It talks about Platinum 22, the Platinum Jubilee, history of the Queen. So this is really fun to flip through. And it also says, in support of the Queen's Green Canopy Initiative, Florist shall plant a tree for the Jubilee, and each tree planted will represent 1 year of Her Majesty's service. So they really went all out, which was incredible to watch on TV, all of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but it looked amazing. I truly wish I could have been there to participate. But when I visited London last month and I had the opportunity to smell this fragrance for the first time in the Jermyn Street Boutique, it was such an incredible moment for so many reasons. Number one being that the fragrance is just magical. It is so beautiful. It was created to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, but it was inspired by the Queen's gardens. So they wanted to create something that was very floral, but also had a gourmand touch, because the fragrance they created for the Diamond Jubilee was like a fresh bouquet, very floral. This fragrance is for floral lovers, but it gives you a little something more. It's a little bit warm and sensual and a bit moody. I think this is incredible for a date night out, but it just exudes elegance. It feels like the type of fragrance that you would wear if you were royal. I read that Her Majesty the Queen's favorite fragrance is White Rose from Florist London. That was one of my favorites too. It's a very bright, very happy, classic rose perfume. It's very different from Platinum 22, so I'd be curious to know her thoughts and if she's smelled this yet. I imagine she has, because this was kind of the official fragrance of the Jubilee. Oh, it's so interesting. It's very cool and spicy, almost as if you're kind of walking through the middle of a cold forest. But then there's this warmth that comes through, this sweetness. It's so nice. It smells delicious. Definitely pick up on the orris, the oat, the currant, the black tea. This is one of the most elegant fragrances I have ever smelled. Truly smells like something a member of the royal family would wear. But for us peasants, I think it would be the perfect fragrance for a date night, or even just a special moment, something really elevated when you're dressed up, you want to look and feel your best. This would be the ultimate fragrance, just that last accessory to pull the entire outfit together. Besides Platinum 22, which was a very obvious addition to this list, the other fragrance from my collection that first came to mind when I decided I was going to create a list of queen fragrances was Hayley from Tiziana Terenzi. This is part of her comet collection, so it's named after Halley's Comet, and it is so difficult for me to choose favorites from my collection, but Hayley is truly a standout among standouts. When you smell this fragrance, it is a moment. Hayley is just on another level, and it's a fan favorite because anytime I visit a counter, there are a couple near me, and I ask the person who's working, who knows these fragrances better than anybody, I mean, they have to smell these fragrances all day long. I'll ask which one is their favorite. Everybody always tells me, Haley, you have to smell this. It's amazing. And I say, yes, I know, I have it. It's so expensive, but it is worth every penny because this is like confidence in a bottle. If I want to feel my best, if I'm going somewhere really special, if I am trying to channel my inner royal goddess, Haley will be my fragrance of choice. It's described as irresistible and fatally seductive. Keynotes include passion fruit, lemon, blackcurrant, Bulgarian rose, tuberose, hibiscus, peach, cinnamon, raspberry, vanilla, cedar wood, musk, and amber. It has a few similar notes to Elixir from Rouge, which was on my princess perfume list. In fact, I consider that to be the ultimate princess perfume. Well, Haley is kind of the ultimate queen perfume. Haley is almost like the strong next level version of Elixir. Like if Elixir got a turbo boost. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. How to describe this fragrance? It's a little fruity, it's a little floral, it's a little spicy, a little powdery. It's like the ultimate powerful, extremely feminine fragrance. Like a queen. I really get that tuberose and the musk, the peach. It's a little bit sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's certainly not sickeningly sweet. And it's bold, but it's not in your face. With a fragrance like this, you want it to be bold. You want everybody to smell you because you know you smell better than everybody. Like all of my favorites, I find myself saving this fragrance, and I'm really going to stop doing that. In 2022, I'm going to use my favorite things. Instead of just looking at them, I'm going to enjoy them because this fragrance does not deserve to be sitting on a shelf. In fact, even before I filmed, I had to dust it off because I just don't grab it that often. I don't live that luxurious of a lifestyle, but I'm going to start wearing this more. Even for a night out, a day out, does not matter. This is such a special fragrance. It deserves to be worn. I think it would be best for a date night or a wedding, a special event. How many of those do we actually have in our lifetime, or at least over the course of a year? I'm not sure. Depends on your lifestyle. Those kinds of special events are so few and far between. I do think just weekends, evenings, anytime you're going out to dinner and you're going to be really dressed up, you're putting on the most adorable dress, like the perfect outfit, the heels, the hair, makeup is done. This is that perfect fragrance to wear. Switching gears now to a far more affordable option because you certainly don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to smell like a queen. Tocca has become one of my favorite niche fragrance brands. It's available at Sephora, and almost everything I've tried, I've loved. And Cleopatra was named for a queen, and it truly does embody that spirit, that mood. This is one of the most powerful, sexy, confidence-boosting fragrances in my entire collection, and it's also one of the most affordable. I believe this bottle is $76. So it's under $100. It's not nothing. It's still a pretty penny, but it's far more affordable, but it still smells like one of those extremely expensive luxury niche fragrances. It smells way more expensive than it is. And it comes in this extremely beautiful, very aesthetically pleasing, kind of perfect to display bottle. It's a warm floral. Keynotes include grapefruit, jasmine, vanilla, and musk. I believe Cleopatra is extremely underrated, and Tocca as a brand in general is underrated, and I will die on this hill. Giulietta is another one of my favorites. In fact, sneak preview, Giulietta is going to be included on my list of the best, more affordable summer fragrance list. But Cleopatra is perfect for date night, special meeting, going out with the girls even, any sort of occasion when you're dressed up, you're having fun. You want people to compliment you on your fragrance. If you want compliments, you want all of the attention, Cleopatra. In this fragrance, the grapefruit is so important because it just adds a little life, a little zest, kind of zaps some energy into this perfume. It makes it so much fun to wear. It's a little bit more lively. And I do think Cleopatra would be perfect for summertime. This is a fragrance that really transcends season. I think you could wear this any time of year. It would be an incredible signature scent. I mean, to say your signature scent is Cleopatra, just For my fellow vanilla lovers trying to channel Her Royal Highness, I recommend Guerlain's Spiritus Double Veni. This is a powerhouse vanilla fragrance. I believe I included Creed's Sublime Veni on my princess perfume list. That would be the princess alternative in the vanilla world. But if you love vanilla and you love something that's a bit bold, powerful, the statement-making vanilla, this would be the undisputed queen of the vanilla fragrances. And I don't think there's anyone out there who would argue with me because she's just bold, sensual, kind of everything a vanilla lover would want in her fragrance. It's described as a sheer excess of vanilla. It's a woody amber with accents of rum and cedar wood. It's a little smoky, a little woody, a little sweet, but not too sweet. It's not a candy, syrupy vanilla. It is a little bit more complex than that, a little bit more sophisticated. I think you can tell just by looking at the deep caramel juice that this is a vanilla fragrance that wants to be taken seriously. It's not a fluffy vanilla cupcake. It is so much better than that. It's so intense. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's a very intense vanilla. And I don't even think it's really that spicy or smoky. It's just extreme vanilla. Vanilla on steroids, and it's all of the best parts of the vanilla. Doesn't smell too artificial. There's a little hint of rum in there, but not too much. I don't mind a hint of rum, but I don't want my fragrance to smell like a cocktail. Like Dior Vanilla Diorama was not very nice because I almost felt like it was a shot of rum. It was too much in my nose. This is very soft and smooth on the nose. There's a lot of hype that surrounds this fragrance. I remember hearing about it from so many people before I ever smelled it, and this was a blind buy. I had heard so many great things and I read so many reviews and descriptions that I just knew. I had confidence that it had to be good. And it's just as amazing, if not maybe a bit better than I expected it to be. And it's unlike any other vanilla-forward fragrance in my collection. Vanilla is a pretty popular note. I think it's kind of a crowd pleaser. Most everybody really likes vanilla. And I have plenty of fragrances with vanilla, but none of them smell even remotely close to this. I don't know why or how that has happened. The Kaoli vanilla would be in the same category. Vanilla Woods from the Seven Virtues would be sort of similar, but this is just a different league. And I would say that's true for all of these fragrances. You might smell something similar. Maybe there are dupes out there, but there aren't really because you can't beat the original. This next fragrance also has a cult following, Gris Charnel from BDK. I wish I had more experience wearing this fragrance. It's still relatively new to my collection, and I think I will most likely grab this more fall/winter, but it truly is a showstopper. What they say is true. All of the rumors are true about this fragrance. This is another one. I'd heard so much about it before I ever tried it, so expectations were very high, and I was still blown away by this fragrance. Smelling it again, it reminds me a bit of Platinum 22. I would say Platinum 22 and Gris Charnel are kind of in the same family-ish. They don't share all of the same notes, but they give off a similar feel in that they're a little bit cool, a little bit spicy, but still kind of warm and sensual. Key notes include cardamom, fig, black tea, iris, bourbon vetiver, sandalwood, and tonka bean. They recently released a new extrait version, which I have not tried yet, so if you've tried it, let us know what you think down in the comment section. It's so pretty. But to me, this is pretty bold. It's definitely spicy and intense. I'm not sure I would want a more extreme version or an extrait version. This to me smells like the extrait version of something else. Ugh, the tonka bean. Anytime you read tonka bean in the notes, you know it's going to make your mouth water. I do get the black tea. Maybe that's the common denominator here between Gris Charnel and the Platinum 22. And I knew as I was going through my collection and picking out fragrances that this belonged on the list because it really does make a statement whenever you wear this fragrance. I don't think this is one that you're just gonna grab casually. Like if I was just running out the door and went to grab fragrance, I would never grab this. It has to be kind of thought out, planned in advance. I probably know what I'm going to wear already. I know the location, and then I decide, okay, yes, this is a Gris Charnel night. Next on my list is Minuit et Demi from Fragrance du Bois. This is their collaboration with the queen of fragrance, Demi Rawling. I love this fragrance, and I loved it when I first smelled it, but I think this has been a bit of a slow burner for me. I needed time to truly appreciate this fragrance. And maybe that's because when I purchased my bottle, it was during the restock the following spring. And I think this fragrance is really best suited for fall, winter. It's a little bit moodier. I think for the holiday season, this is the perfect fragrance. So there's a bit of a variety here, but I would put this in the same boat as maybe the Gris Charnel and Platinum 22, in that if you have a special enough occasion that it calls for a really bold, moody fragrance, then yes, of course it's appropriate. Otherwise, I think it's probably a safer bet to just save these for fall, winter. Keynotes include cardamom, pimento, and bergamot, caramel, coffee, cinnamon, tobacco, musk, cedar, and vanilla. I pick up on more of the caramel and coffee than I do the tobacco, which I'm very thankful for because it is a unisex fragrance. But I think when you're really dressed up and you have your makeup done, maybe it's more of a smoky eye because you're going out somewhere fabulous and you wear this fragrance, it's not going to smell unisex on you. It's going to smell incredibly feminine and just powerful. You know, we needed to have some Chanel representation on this list of queen fragrances. My number one choice from Chanel is Coco. I thought about Coco Noir. I also think that would be a really great pick. It's maybe more of a modern choice. But I really like Coco, and I know there are plenty of us out there who love this fragrance. I don't consider it to be dated. I think it's just spicy and powerful, and it's not for everybody. But if you love Coco Chanel and that is your fragrance of choice, you are a queen. I don't need to know anything else about you. You are a queen. You are effortlessly chic. You are powerful beyond words, and you are just a star. Coco is a warm floral with keynotes of clove, leather, peach, sandalwood, and tonka bean. It was inspired by Gabrielle Chanel's love of all things Baroque. So it is incredibly opulent and luxurious. It's a fragrance that if you're not used to wearing it, you have to wear it. You have to wear it on your skin, kind of see the way it makes you feel, how it changes your mood. If you love unapologetic fragrances, you will love Coco. I also pulled out my Allure Sensual. This is more of a seductive, sexy fragrance, but I still think it's such a confidence booster. It really does make you feel your most beautiful, so it deserved a spot on the list as well. Both of these would be my Chanel picks. Now, the majority of you might say this fragrance is overrated, but I still think it deserves a place on the Queen fragrance list. This is Bakrat Rouge 540 Maison Francis Kerjean. One of the most popular fragrances. Everybody's talking about it, and a lot of people have become sick of this fragrance. And I get it. I think it is hyped up. I hype up this fragrance, but I hype it up and I talk about it, and so many people love it and talk about it because it's really good. It has saffron, jasmine, ambergris, cedarwood, and this vanilla sugar note that smells a bit like cotton candy. It makes this fragrance smell so addicting. Like you smell it and you just want to keep smelling it and keep smelling it. I love it so much, and I stopped wearing it and I kind of stopped talking about it as well. You haven't really heard me talk that much about Bakrat over the course of maybe the past year, year and a half, because I started to feel like it was maybe a bit overplayed. And everywhere I go in Miami, I always smell this fragrance. It's one of my longest lasting fragrances. It's one of my most complimented fragrances. In fact, I've never worn this out to an event or out where I'm around a lot of people and haven't heard some sort of positive feedback when wearing Bakrat. course, we all want to smell good. We want other people to compliment our fragrance and think we smell nice, but it really is up to you. If you've reached a point where you're sick of this fragrance, I completely understand. I still love it. I will continue to wear it. And last but certainly not least, we have Delena Exclusive from Parfum de Marley. I thought about including Delena on the list. I think if you don't like the exclusive version, the original Delena would also fit the bill. But for me, the exclusive is just a little bit more elevated. It just has a little something, a little je ne sais quoi that the original doesn't. And when I first tried Delena and Delena Exclusive, I didn't really love the exclusive. I have always preferred the original Delena, and I don't know what happened, but now I find myself leaning towards the exclusive. Perhaps my nose just got too used to smelling the original. But this to me is not a princess. This is a queen fragrance, but it's more like maybe Glinda from Wizard of Oz. Still a bit fairy tale-esque, still a little bit whimsical. Keynotes include pear, lychee, and grapefruit, rose, incense, vetiver, vanilla, and musk. It's hyper feminine, it's so glamorous. If Barbie existed in real life, I think Barbie would wear Delena Exclusive. And you do get a little spiciness from the incense, not much, but a lot of fruity floral notes. It's a little bit sweet. So much fun to wear, and I think this would be beautiful for a spring summer. Delena Exclusive is queen of the fairies. It's a little bit fairy princess, but takes it to the next level. And then I have to throw in this quick honorable mention, Do Not Disturb from Wilhelm Parfumerie. This is such a bold, ferocious fragrance. This is Queen of the Jungle. Because it's summertime and I feel like I'm grabbing my really tropical, fun, fruity, summery fragrances, I wanted to at least talk about Do Not Disturb. It's very different. This would be the oddball choice. It's bold, it's spicy, it's in your face a little bit. It's fruity, but it's so much fun to wear. This is a great girls' night out, date night out, party type of fragrance. Would be great for a vacation, maybe a girls' trip. Keynotes include ylang ylang, bergamot, tiger orchid, tuberose, gardenia, and vetiver. It was inspired by Studio 54. I definitely see a sweaty nightclub dancing the night away, but something about this fragrance is very tropical to me. That's why I say Queen of the Jungle. Fierce, ferocious, girl power, just an unstoppable fragrance, great for summer date nights. And that completes my list of queen perfumes. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I love hearing your recommendations, so be sure to drop them in the comment section. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.